Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Rich here, back with another video. Today is the lyrical breakdown for real life rap on Family Music Life Deconstructed. So the series rolls on. We are on the lyrical breakdown for real life rap. Now this song is very straightforward and some of the stuff won't really require many annotations, but I'll do my best to walk you guys through the lyrics the best that I wrote them, kind of talking about the place that those lyrics came from. So yeah, let's pick the headphones up and get into it, man. Make sure you guys are liking this video, subscribing to the channel. Let me know what your favorite verse is on this song, because this has 4 verses to go through, so we're gonna be here for a little minute. So let's pull up the audio.
Rich Latta. Man, can I talk about real life real quick? At least mine, you know? Yeah. It feels like I'm hanging off the ledge, man. It's like a step towards your dream of the possibility of being dead, man.
So this first verse is about like the anxiety and pressure I felt at a job that I was working one time when I was in middle management, and it's like that leap of faith that you need to either go all in or you need to just give it up, and it's like you're on a cliff.
Meanwhile, I'm caught in the middle management at a place where my mind gets riddled with the hope they be selling. Reach for it and they back it up. Wanna quit, but these bills they be adding up. So
I think that's pretty common, you know, like that's a pretty common struggle for anyone that's like, yo, I want to quit this job that I hate, but these bills aren't going anywhere. So
I take the stress and lock it in the deep chamber, showing up with a smile that conceals anger, thinking
showing up with a smile that conceals anger. I don't think that requires much breaking it down at all. So
the years pass, watching people blow off of styles that I had all them years ago.
So it's all these years pass watching people blow with all these styles that I had all them years ago, which is kind of a double entendre with, you know, rap, the frustration I was feeling with you know, not making it as far as I wanted to at a certain time, and then, you know, watching people pass me that are getting promoted before me, and things of that nature.
I'm harboring resentment in 2 arenas, dedicated to them both and for different reasons. Only one is for something that's within my heart.
So I only care about one of the really things. I didn't really care about, you know, the job and all that, but I definitely cared about the music.
Other one I want to end before I even start, but it's not that simple just to walk away, because if I fall on my jump, it's my last day. Hey, yeah.
That's that feeling like you're in the middle. Like it's that doubt that I'm wrestling with to really, that before I actually made the move to jump, that's like the role that, or excuse me, that was the ledge that I was stuck on. I was like, either jump or, you know, just walk back to the, you know, where the cliff isn't. So
you see, I wanted to quit forever, then I finally did it.
This one is about my sister.
Big sis to the kid make it, call her R.E.D., she my inspiration. Way back when I copied everything you did, playing ball, rap beats, even pulling chicks. It's been a little minute since we've been super close. Same wheels, different feelings, even different coasts. See, there was arguments that wasn't making sense. Not sure if it was me or something you resent.
So my sister and I think when I wrote this verse, we were coming off some very bad argument that just wasn't conducive to a brother and sister relationship, that just really stunk at the time. And I wasn't sure if this was like resentment of me from the time I was born or whatever, like, so I was trying to just find the answer.
I miss your wedding day and I apologize, but back then a nigga didn't have his dollars right. Just under full time I was getting shafted, no paid time off, couldn't make it happen.
So here's the scam that they used to run at the job. So they would keep you just under, like, under full time, like before you're a full timer and all that. They'll have you working like 35 hours a week. And I ended up missing my sister's wedding at the time, and I couldn't go because I didn't have like paid time off. the rent was still due, and I was kind of like struggling to like put it all together. And at that time, it was like, yo, I couldn't like afford to take this time off, because like you start taking time off, the job fuck around and try to not schedule you, and it just gets real complicated. And I don't know if she understood that at that time. I just couldn't do it or whatever, and I felt really bad about it. So and I know, save up in advance, it's not that easy. Just to, when you don't have that paid time off at work, you don't feel like you have that security. So it is rough for people on that grind, trying to get to the point, where you're like, yo, believe in me, I'm a full-time worthy person, or like that. So here we go.
Ma ain't trying to see us fall out. Like her and Auntie, I believe it can be talked out. Lately we been good, but that ain't good enough. I want that old shit back, so let me know what's up.
So my mom and her sister don't really have a good relationship, and I know the last thing my mom would want is for her two oldest children to not have a good relationship. And my whole thing when I closed verse, I was like, whatever happened. Let's talk this out. Let's get it back to like when I was following you around. I was a 7-year-old kid, just inspired by everything you did, from playing basketball to rapping to making beats. Like, we used to share outfits. It was crazy. So yeah.
This ain't nothing but that real
Like,
life.
I used to copy everything that she did.
This ain't nothing but
Why?
that real life.
She was just that
let me
cool.
show you what I never had the heart to call my father on his faults. Scared as a kid, but now pops, I'm an adult. Why you mess with that chick Donna in the first place? Remembering the times you showed on my birthday, I heard.
Yeah. So there's nothing like your parent missing your birthday. There's nothing like knowing the transgressions that went on that broke up your parents' marriage. So yeah.
About your issues, refuse to acknowledge. Maybe you the reason that I never went to college. How I'ma be a good father and I never seen it done. Thought you would be there when graduation day would come.
So not only like birthdays, graduations, and my dad was going through a lot of like personal problems at the time, while I was growing up, and that made it really tough for me, because I always like held him up in such high esteem, but it was just constant disappointment for a while.
The same last name just as well as the first. You remind me of your dad. When I hear that shit, it hurts. Watching they be the ones that notice the similarities. I'ma say it now, I'm fed up with them comparing me.
I was angry when I wrote this. I was like, we have the same first and last name, but everyone constantly tells me about these similarities they see, but I have no idea what those similarities are. I feel like I'm just being myself, but apparently I'm not. So it's just like a lot of confusion and anger and hurt really coming out in that verse.
Yeah, I heard you was using my social just to get some work and not pay no support. Damn. You ain't know I knew it all, Pops. I just wish that we could go to where the ball drop.
So when someone shares your first and last name, you can do a lot of things.
That's how I used to feel, but me and Pops, we cool now, man. What's good, Pops? Yeah.
So me and my dad have had a lot of talks over the years. Everything's fine now. At that time, I was, just a young guy kind of venting.
Shout out my homie Dre. We been down since 9-7. I died first, I rhyme from heaven. My closest homies like brothers, if I ever had a back, cause they always had mine. When they told me about my raps, I used to rap about guns. Only shot one once. Said I'm better on the mic when I'm spilling my guts.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to my boy Andre. If you check out on my channel, there's a history of my music, like my journey in music, where I talk about Andre a lot. And this is a big verse where I'm shouting out my friends, even the ones who were like telling me like that I have this talent and I have this ability to be real in my music, that I don't need to necessarily waste rapping about guns and shooting people and all these things I didn't do. And there was one time like it was like an intervention they staged with me. Like, it was like, don't waste your talent. That's what it felt like, at least for me. It was like, don't waste your talent on this fantasy land. because the things you can rap about and the things that the places that you've been, your story is interesting enough where you don't have to, you know, fabricate a lot. So it really like struck a chord with me. And I remember I took like 2 or 3 weeks off from rapping. This was like 2008. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna come back with a whole new style pretty much. And from there, I haven't rapped about like guns or really lied in my music really at all. So that was a real important conversation. But I was damn good at rapping about guns and coming up with metaphors. And yeah, I was, you know, I was with it. But shout out to my homeboys I'm gonna name after, like Alex and James and you know, a couple other folks.
Crisis with myself and some folks I could trust. My big homie Jay Dizzy, Alex Miller and such. Idolized my big brother from the age of 9. Told me as a teenager I should take my time and not rush into life. Now I know what he meant. I thank God I was raised by some women with sense. Could have been anywhere and really I was.
Yeah, so that line could have been anywhere and really I was. And like that's just talking about being a young man that was into everything, growing up as a teenager, even as a I would say after high school, and it was like there was no, like, anything could happen to me, and I was just out there. So, you know, it is what it is. More stories to tell.
To the danger, but I knew what was up. Wasn't made for that life, so I had to live mine. To the ones I left behind, your boy's doing fine.
And to the ones I left behind, your boy's doing fine. That's like, you know, girls, friends, you know, different people at schools, teachers, people I used to work with. That was like a whole, like, you know, reflection on everything. And, you know, wrote this song a long time ago, and it still hits even to this day for me listening to it. And I have friends that told me that, you know, this is probably one of my 5 favorite songs they've ever one of their 5 favorite songs that I've ever made. So really considering like keeping real life rap as a series going, but gotta have the right stories. I'm sure I do. It's been a long time since I wrote that, so yeah, never know when the next real life rap is gonna be, but that was real life rap on Family Music Life, which is, I would say, a defining song on the album. If there was like, yo, the theme of Family Music Life, real life rap right there for sure. Anyway, this is your boy Rich. Get up out of here. I'll holla at y'all. Peace. Thank you for watching.